It is perhaps the most popular and controversial social media platform available.
If you're watching with children, there's a good chance you know about TikTok. The Chinese-owned social media giant with more than 150 million American users alone is now the target of lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. We take you in depth to explain why Washington is so concerned and what it actually means for those in your family on TikTok. Each person.
I really like the recipes. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably most of my For You page is just different types of recipes.
Has their own reason.
That it's based on your likings and what you like to watch and listen to.
They like to use it.
It's just all different types of stuff that make it something when you're bored to do.
But every one of them has it.
So if I don't know anyone that doesn't own TikTok, honestly.
So why is the most popular app among young Americans such a source of angst? Matthew Hudnall serves as Deputy Director of Advanced Public Safety at the University of Alabama. He says the answer is TikTok's parent company, Chinese-based ByteDance.
There are concerns that if the Chinese government did have access to it, to the data, that it could be used to manipulate individuals, either specific individuals, so finding out what your viewing habits are, what your trends are, and then using those against you or possibly manipulating you using those habits. So that's the main concern at this point. And TikTok has taken a lot of efforts to try to assuage those concerns.
TikTok says it has offered to cordon off access to U.S. user data. So far, the concerns are mostly theoretical, but the reaction has been real. Federal agencies have banned the app on all government devices.
I personally think that the concern associated with it has been over elevated because it is associated with a Chinese entity. It's the fear of the unknown.
But some states and schools have already taken that first step. Here on the campus of Auburn University, access to TikTok is blocked on campus Wi-Fi. The impact to students appears to have been minimal. Maggie Wixer and others tell us they simply use their cellular data on campus to get on the app.
But it hasn't really affected me. It hasn't really affected any of my friends as much, but it is annoying to not be able to go on it.
For this senior majoring in apparel merchandising, TikTok isn't just a hobby. It's part of her job at a local clothing store.
So I'm doing different stuff with styling and trying to keep up with the trends to try to create more people to come in and buy our stuff, so I'm using it every day.
News organizations, including this one, use it too. Still, both the Trump and Biden administrations, as well as members of Congress, have floated the idea of banning the app altogether.
And honestly, that would be an unprecedented action for the U.S. government to sort of try to force a foreign entity to sell or divest its interest in a corporation. So I don't think that will take place. I think that's sort of a false threat.
So where does that leave parents of young teens on TikTok? I asked Hundal that very question.
TikTok, it's really no different than any other app as far as the parental guidance that's needed to guide the child towards what's good and bad in the world. What is positive about TikTok that I've found that it's different in a lot of other applications, after a couple of hours of usage, TikTok will pop up and say, hey, you've been using the application quite a while, 2 hours, for example. Maybe you should take a break from TikTok. A lot of the other applications don't do that.
Now, TikTok CEO Shuji Chu will testify tomorrow before the House Energy and Commerce Committee, where he's expected to receive tough questions from lawmakers on both sides of the political aisle.